Listen, the words that you told me will never unfold me, and it'll never be my down. And I feel the same, and I feel the same. Listen, do you will remember the words from September? They'll never be the same. And everything's wrong, and everything's wrong. Listen to the words in your head, they'll never make much sense instead. Listen to the words in your head and let me down. Listen, will you understand me when everything drowns me and everything is clear and everything's gone, and everything's gone. Listen, will you just remember, I thought that you told me you'll always be my friend, and I was the one, and I was the one. Everything you said is wrong, the words that you make me strong, and all the worries in my head are coming back to me instead. The worries inside my head, the worries beneath my brains, and all of the fools that I've said to you are in love. And listen, will you just remember the words that you told me will never bring me down, and it'll be alright, and it'll be alright. Listen to the words in my head, listen to the words that you said, listen to the words in my head. You're looking slow, I'm looking down and made of stone. I'm made of stone. I'm made of stone. Listen, do you will remember the words that you told me will never be the same. And I was your friend, and I was your friend.
Yo. Hey.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. Hey, it's Steve B here. We're broadcasting our highly experimental first broadcast
Our
here.
stupid radio show that nobody's going to listen to except for 5 people, according to Dave.
Joining us here live, live recording here in the A-Box
yeah.
studio is, it's me and your host for the evening.
And Claude. And we just heard Anything Box, some weird, stupid song that I wrote about 3 years ago, put on there, called Listen.
We hope that's a nice little teaser to make you think of what's ahead.
So to start things off...
Well, we've got a couple special guests here while we're broadcasting.
Oh, God, we have special guests, and it's the first show.
Dave, we're going to embarrass ourselves completely.
Yeah, Dave's here.
Hi, I'm special. I'm a special guest for the evening.
And Jassie's here. Say hi, Jess.
Hi.
Anyway.
Great start.
Yeah, great start.
Why don't we explain what's going on here? Some of you probably going like, why are we doing this? Well, Claude and I, whenever I'm up here at his locale, we have these wondrous conversations about music. I, of course, have a wide variety of musical tastes that I listen to. Claude hates most of them, but some of them he goes like, well, that's not too bad. But we have these great discussions, and then Claude was brainstorming here going like, well, why don't we like try to record one of these sessions because we tend to talk about music all the time. And so kind of what we're going to do here is play a couple of songs. I've selected a couple of tracks. Claude has some selections later.
Yep.
We're going to play them.
I'm going to hear your set. See
You
what
may
come
not
up
like
with.
them. Keep in mind, I've got the stranger taste, but these are songs that I like that influence my musical preferences, and we hope that you like them. Maybe they'll spark some interest in some of the bands I like. And,
all right, here we go.
Here
We're
we
gonna
go
play
with
some music now.
It's about
All
4
right.
tracks coming up here, so
Have fun,
it's a
you
good time to go
guys.
get some
Listen,
meal and
see what
not
happens.
listen to us.
And here we go. Let's see if this actually works here.
Here, where the air's too thick to breathe, I'll hit the road now and take my leave. No one will care. I'll slip away into the sun, where the clouds all meet the sky, where the sand blows in your eye. I'll take your hand, we'll walk this land into the sun. I'll wear the crows, I'll dive your slack. I'll wear the beer cans, don't talk back. We'll disappear, this time we won, into the sun. Into the sun, into the sun. Now, for the times I've heard the sound, from way up high to underground, the wind will burn, our heads will turn into the sun. There where the coyote walks the toad, the tumbleweed speaking secret code. No lawns to mow, our new plateau into the sun. Out where the sagebrush sings our song. Some will be jealous of our home, but no friends will shun as we fly off into a new day, into the sun, into the sun, into the sun, into the sun, into the sun.
Itching like a subway dog, I was looking for the next train on, when suddenly she says to me, are you my treasure star? Har, 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 har. from Mars. So I asked her where she got that part. So wonderfully she whispered to me, shoot me.
Mr. Slim, better watch your back when the train comes.
And then we rode uptown like majesty. She talked of plain imagery, but when our secret worlds collide, she tried to shoot me with the gold star. She could crawl out like mystery. It felt so weird when she looked at me. I wouldn't care, I couldn't stand. I'd turn around again. And then we rode uptown like majesty. She was safe to me until those evil worlds collide. She's got a little finger on that gold star.
dancing, laughing, drinking, loving. And now I'm all alone in bed, sick like my only home. Dancing, laughing, drinking, loving. And now I'm all alone in bed, sick like my only home. Dancing, laughing, drinking, loving. And now I'm all alone in bed, sick like my only home. Dancing, laughing, drinking, loving. And now I'm all alone in bed, sick like my only home.
I wait to hear the bells, bells, the bells, the bells. Got my hand on my ear to listen for them, the bells. I ache to hear the bells, the bells, the bells, the bells. Hold my breath, hold my chest, wait for them, the bells. I start to hum a tune, oh so softly hum a tune. One foot from the other, and the first to follow suit. Oh so slowly follow suit. I am taken by the sun, the golden glorious sun. All spread wide in my face toward the sky. I am singing at the top of my lungs. I am taken by the sun. You're silent behind the trees, hear them now, the bells. They are ringing, I am singing with the bells. There's joy, I cannot spell with dry words or letters. I can sing it very well, and it comes out much better. And singing very well of the joy I cannot say without the music of the bells.
Alrighty then. That was Steve's set, and I apologize for that. But those handful of people still listening, let me go over those songs, why I selected those or introduce those songs before we go into discussion. But first song up there was one of my favorite artists, Stan Ridgway. His new song, his new CD is Snake Bite, fugitive songs, and all that sort of thing. Ridgway, as you may know, was one of the founding members of Wall of Voodoo, which
is a really good band. A lot of people don't know them very well.
Right, famous for Mexican radio,
which wasn't their best song in my opinion, but
definitely their radio hit though. But Ridgway broke off with the band. Of course, he became a solo artist back in the mid '80s. He's been playing ever since. He's gone a little country as opposed to his original electronic and then punk and
the song was pretty
albums.
cool. I kind of liked it. It wasn't that bad.
I'm
it wasn't
hype-
as bad as I thought it would be.
I'm hyping it because it's off of his new album, which he plays that live actually with just him and his wife. Actually, that particular song he just plays by himself live with guitar, and it's like really nice and I don't know. It's really cool when you listen to it. But
I expected weirder vocals from him. I don't know. I wanted that.
Right.
Something.
But Ridgway for me.
Getting it.
He's kind of like a pioneer of musical taste for me because he drew me closer to, with every album, he goes a little softer, a little more country, and it's like, well, it's not as bad as I think. But
then you played.
Second up on there was
Steve's going to be like 30-minute commentary.
The second song on there, Starlight Mints. The song is called Gold Star Gun. Now, the Starlight Mints, that's from their second album. Their first album really kicks butt. They're a band that Claude actually introduced to me. He goes, you should check out this band. And Claude,
I got it from
consequently
Dave.
got it from Dave.
Yeah.
Now, what's your story, Dave? Why did you pick up on him?
A very pretty girl said I should listen to him.
So we're three ugly guys. So go listen to them.
No, they're actually really good. The second album wasn't as fun for me, but live, man, they just rock. They're a really good band.
The second album is kind of a little more of a rocker. The first album's got some slower stuff. Some beat. It sounds a little more Beatle-esque. I think that's one of the things that drew me to the first album.
Now, what was the disco song?
The third song. Third song coming up there. That's actually a cover song. That band is Fairlight Children, which is a project of Stefan Groth of Apotigma Berserk. This great Swedish house, well, I don't know what you want to call their style, but a band that
It's a guy with two chicks.
Yeah, well,
I remember seeing the cover.
Right. And Stefan, he's kind of like into the whole computer C64, Commodore 64 computer thing, and he wanted to do sort of like a minimalistic synth thing. That actually is the song with the most lyrics on that album, and it's a cover of Soft Cell. Most of it's just blip kind of music, but
I still like the Soft Cell version better. No offense. I do like this version, but I think the Soft Cell version definitely has some feeling that this one just doesn't capture. It went for the cheekiness of it, which is cool. I heard some stuff on that album that was much better.
Yeah, it's not the best track on the album. I kind of was trying to draw in a cover song there. Is probably an introduction to that band because you're going like, oh, they're covering Soft Cell. But fourth on there, the fourth song, probably my favorite electronic album from last year, which is Venus Hum. The song is The Bells. The reason I picked
that was a cool song.
The reason I love that song. Some of you may be familiar with the Blue Man Group. I went to go see their Complex Rock tour live. It opened up with I can't even remember her name, but the second band was Venus Hum.
And
they opened with that song, and she is just pumping.
Oh, they opened with that song?
Venus Hum opens with that song.
Because on the DVD, it just shows them doing I Feel Love by Donna Summer.
They play before Blue Man Gets On.
I can swear because we're not. We don't have the BBC up our asses.
Exactly.
So, but they were fucking good. She did such a great job,
vocals.
And her dress was awesome.
Yeah, her name is Annette. She's got some great vocals. I think she's originally out of Montana, and the band's out of like Nashville. But I listened to that song, and the second I heard her singing the chorus live, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs to the merchandise booth, buy that album, and play the heck out of it.
Yeah,
and
I like that a lot. It was not synth pop as I've come to not. I don't know. It's got a different it's got a different point of
If
view. I
you
like
do
it.
check out that album, there is a track on there called Wordless May that is killer. It's a really slow electronic song, but
Do they have a site?
oh yeah, it's venushum.com is their
Cool.
website. You can check
you
out
guys can check that
Annette's
out.
got all her like funky clothes on there. She wears strange dresses, all
All
retro,
right,
but
we won't bore you with any more commentaries. We're gonna go on the second half. It's my
Anyway,
turn.
it's now time for Claude's picks, and I think he's got a few surprises in there for me.
Yeah,
so-
this is. I'm gonna start things off with a band out of New York. Go New York, go New York. New York bands are kicking ass this year. I'm gonna say that right now.
See, when they played live, they said they're from DC.
Well, too bad. They're from New York in my book. They sound like a New York band. They're New York, damn it. Actually, I think you're right. Actually, now that
DC,
they're
and they have
from
a studio
DC.
in New York, from my understanding.
That's right. Yeah. Well, they're from New York. They recorded. It sounds like a New York band.
At least
to
I
me.
know where my bands came from, Claude.
This is a band called The Walkmen. They're gonna start off my little set here. Hope you enjoy it.
It's time for the Claude foreplay.
It's time for the Claude foreplay. Who forgot to cue up the music here, which is really good. But here goes.
Go for it.
Thank
the monster sleeping under your bed. Give up the hooligans hanging round your head. To take control and seize your heart, you lose yourself before you start. I think it's time for me to walk, but not before I've said it all. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. Get up, get up, get up. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. Get up, get up, get up. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. 'Cause nothing's getting better. Give up the monsters breathing under your skin. Give up the facts and figures, it's just all in vain. You will never seem to find, and I will never quite define who can say what all this is. 'Cause when you die, you won't forgive. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. Get up, get up, get up. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. Get up, get up, get up. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. 'Cause nothing's getting better now. I will see you in the end. I don't want to lose again. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. Get up, get up, get up. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. Get up, get up, get up. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. 'Cause nothing's getting better now. 'Cause nothing's getting better now. Get up, get up, get up. 'Cause nothing's getting better. Give up, give up the monsters. Give up, give up, give up the monsters. Get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up. And wake up. You could be from Venus. I could be from Mars. We would be together, lovers forever, care for each other. You could live in the This is the moment that you know that you told her that you loved her, but you don't. You touch her skin, and then you think that she is beautiful, but she don't mean a thing to me. Yeah, she is beautiful, but she don't mean a thing to me. I spent 2 weeks in Silver Lake, the California sun cascading down my face. There was a girl with light brown streaks, and she was beautiful, but she didn't mean a thing to me. Yeah, she was beautiful, but she didn't mean a thing to me. I wanted to believe in all the words that I was speaking as we moved together in the dark, and all the friends that I was telling, all the place for misspellings, and every bite I gave they laughed. Oh no. And tiny vessels oozed into your neck and formed the bruises that you said you didn't want to fade, but they didn't, so did I that day. All I see are dark gray clouds in the distance, moving closer with every hour. So when you'd ask, is something wrong, I think you're damn right there is, but we can't talk about it now. No, we can't talk about it now. So one last touch, and then you'll go, and we'll pretend that it meant something so much more. But it was vile, it was cheap, and you are beautiful, but you don't mean a thing to me. Yeah, you are beautiful, but you don't mean a thing to me. Yeah, you are beautiful, but you don't mean a thing to me.
And that was Death Cab for Cutie.
Now you know Claude really
Well.
likes a song when you see him sitting here in the studio playing air guitar and air drums, rocking out. You know he likes it
Oh,
then.
that was mean. That was mean. And neither of which I can do really well. So, all right.
Go
In
for
my
it.
set, we heard The Walkman, a song called The Rat, which is the single from the album called Bows and Arrows. Great album. Everyone should check it out.
Now-
I played.
Now, in that Walkman, Claude played a couple of songs from the Walkman for me earlier. First song I didn't like. This one I actually really like.
Yeah, really?
One of the keys, and I know why Claude does like this song though is the drums, and I really like the drums on it, and part of the reason is sitting behind me here in the studio, which is the drum kit, which Claude is getting more and more into drums.
Well,
so.
I really like the drums on that album.
love the
I have
drumming.
to say. Too bad they're from DC and not New York, as I was told. Just shows that all the information that you hear is not always the correct one, but you guys should check that out.
I couldn't figure out that second song you played though. I'm not familiar with that artist.
Ha ha ha. Anyway, the next song that we heard was a song called Monsters, which we previewed a couple weeks back, but that's The Diary officially now. Not going to talk much about that, but anyway.
Can we?
No, let's not. Let's just leave it at that. New album coming soon. Anyway, the next song that I played was by Air. It was called Venus, which is also from their new album. I never get this right. It's Talkie Walkie? Yeah. All right, because I always get that screwed up. That was a great, great record. Not all the songs are really great on it, but the mood of that album is so good. You could tell they were listening to Radiohead a little while, and got a little influence going.
I've been asleep this whole year because I've not listened to the Air album yet this entire year, and everybody else is.
Yeah, it's not a bad record. I mean, it's got its moments, you know. It's a rainy day record, that's for sure. And of course, from Death Cab for Cutie, I played a song called Tiny Vessels, which is from their new album called Transatlanticism. God, I can't speak. Anyway, which is a really cool song. Steve's looking at me like,
It was my least
sure.
favorite out of the four, but
Yeah.
I love the drums and the first one, the Walkman song.
I just
love
like
it.
the textures, you know.
The second song by that strange artist, it's one of my favorites off of some of the new work that a certain artist has been putting together.
Yeah, but we're not here to talk about that.
And,
But anyway.
and look for more in the future, certainly from that.
Yeah, no, there was
band.
the.
I love the vocal harmonies and stuff on that Air song. It just flows beautifully.
It's just got a nice flow.
That record you have to listen to all the way through to make
Yeah.
it awesome. That if you jump
Yeah.
through it, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
not a
record,
jump
but
through record.
If you listen to the whole thing, then you understand all the songs, and then you can jump through after to make it.
And that's a fairly recent album, right? It came out
Yeah,
this
no,
year.
that's brand new. I'm starting to see it on car commercials. It kind of bums me out a little bit, but then again, they need to get paid because they're not getting played on the radio all that much. So I think that's good for them. Well,
And Death Cab.
not bad, huh?
Got to get used to them.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I
another
don't
band
think
I'm
the
not as
whole
familiar
album's
with.
great because I'm not gonna lie. I liked 5 songs on it a lot, and the other 4 I thought were okay.
Yeah.
But definitely worth checking out if you guys like the slower side of things. And the textures are awesome. They're doing a lot more electronics. The guy who's in that band also does a band called The Postal Service, which is more,
Which I am familiar with.
which is more synth pop kind of thing. Not very dynamic, but still good songs. Good
Right.
songs.
Well, I think it's a good perspective of
Yeah.
what's out there and what we think some of you out there listening might enjoy. Certainly more Claude in terms of the more popular songs right now.
No,
I'm a little
actually, I
more
like some of the
obscure,
stuff on your set. I was surprised.
But-
we
but
are clocking in.
Let me
right
give you an
now.
idea, though. But
At-
we're going to try to do this a little more often. When I live in, of course, a different town. We come meet at the studio on occasion. But we're going to try to put a couple of these together and see what happens and go from there. Different themes, different songs. I've got a pretty big collection. I know Claude's got a huge collection of music, and
Yeah.
we'll have some interesting surprises. we had some good brainstorming. We'll see what happens.
All right. So what I'm gonna leave you off with.
But for those,
yeah.
those who've listened, we thank you for that. Claude's going to go cue up the next song here, which there's kind of I'll bring up a quick little story. We were over at the bookstore the other day and looking at books, and I was zooming through new paperbacks, and there's like this collection of short stories. Stephen King was on there, a couple of artists, and I noticed that
the Whitley Strieber
Whitley's-
thing.
Yes, Whitley Strieber's
must you bring
name.
that up?
Yes,
All right,
Whitley
whatever.
Strieber was on there, and of course Whitley Strieber is an author who probably most famous for Communion. It's a movie
The
and
guy
a book.
basically thinks he got abducted
He
by
got
aliens.
abducted by
and-
aliens. So I was sitting there going like, wow, abducted by aliens. And I was looking hard at Claude, thinking of something. And, well, this is sort of what ended up.
Actually, one night about 3 o'clock in the morning, I decided I was going to write this funny song about aliens abducting. And it was a way of recording one of my best friends over the phone line, which was kind of funny. But anyway, this is non-song song.
And of course, the rule is if Claude ever got abducted by aliens, it wouldn't be an abduction. They would just be taking him home.
Yeah. All right. And with that, we end off the show with this song.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
It's not easy